welcome back to my channel, Just Toko. It's great to have you back. If you're new here, welcome. Join the family, subscribe, click the like button and the notification bell so you never miss a video when I upload. Today I thought I would switch it up a little and go into a little bit of some mom stuff. So I have a lot of sisters, cousins and siblings, and of all my siblings, my blood siblings, I'm the first to have a child. Well, I have children. And then a huge number of my cousins as well have not yet had children. And I feel like we grew up together, we were so close. And so I see them as my little sisters as well. And then you guys who are out there who don't have children yet, or just want to be better prepared for your subsequent birth or whatever. That being said, I moved to the US and I'm away from them. I'm away from everyone, and I'm not able to be there to kind of answer questions that they have or guide them through their journey, their pregnancy journeys, when they do get pregnant and start their families. So I figured I would record a series of videos and publish them. That way they're always out there and they can refer to them whenever they have questions. I mean, of course they could call me, but then you guys would miss out on that. And still, it's not quite the same as seeing it on video, you know what I mean? And to access it whenever you want. Like with the time difference, Zimbabwe is like 7 or 6 hours behind. It's ahead. 7 to 6 hours ahead from my time. So sometimes they'll try to call and I'm not readily available. Well, whereas if there's a video, they could always refer to that. So today's video that I'm going to do is what is in my hospital bag. What do you pack, right? And I am one of those extra type of people. So I always have things written out, planned out and all that. So I have 2 children and I have 2 lists. This one I had when I had Jerome. And then I couldn't find it when I was getting ready to pack for Zaina, so I created another one. They're pretty similar, only I had my son in Zimbabwe and then I had my daughter here in the US, so some of the requirements will differ and we'll get into that maybe in another video or at the end of this one. Stay tuned if you want to hear that. But I'll just run through what I have and then let you know what the very basics are. And I will also be showing you how I pack them, right? I have a small traveler's bag and I like having them, half of the bag will be my stuff and then the other half of the bag is the baby stuff. That way it's easier for me to find. But you can do it however you want. You can opt to have 2 separate bags, yours and baby's. Whatever works for you, you do that. So let's just, without further ado, get right into it. Give this video a thumbs up if this is content that you like or if you've been dying to know what people pack in their bags, okay? I'm gonna start with baby's things, right? The very first thing that you're gonna need are diapers. So you're gonna want a really small pack of diapers. This one is pretty big. Well, okay. So I wanted to recreate this as best as I could, but my kids are a little grown. Like my youngest is almost 2 years old. So these are actually training pants, but what you're gonna have are newborn diapers, right? You can do newborn diapers or you can do 0 to 3 months old. It doesn't matter. When they're really young, they poop and pee a lot. So you'll go through that pack like that. So you're going to have a really small pack of diapers. If you're giving birth in Zimbabwe, you're going to want to substitute, well, in like a public hospital, right? In Zimbabwe, I know for a fact, I don't know about other countries in Africa, but in Zimbabwe for a fact, if you're going to go to a public hospital, make sure you pack cloth diapers, right? The napkins, the fabric ones. The nurses do not like these Pampers, Huggies, whatever, these diapers. They don't like them. They say it's because they want to see babies pee. The diapers nowadays have that line that turns blue when a baby pees. So, but you don't want to argue with the nurse in a public hospital. Get you some cloth diapers, 5 cloth diapers. Pack them in there and you won't have problems. So diapers. You're gonna also want to pack some baby wipes. I don't have them because I buy like the jumbo pack and then I just refill my little Hiccup Hop, my little warmer. So I didn't bring those because they're not little. But you're gonna want a small pack of wipes as well, and put them in there. When I had Zaina, I packed water wipes because they are 99% water, and then they got a little bit of fruit extract, which is good for baby. That was me being extra. Some Pampers, Huggies, whatever wipes will work best. I would just, with all baby products, personally avoid the really, really cheap stuff because that stuff, babies tend to react to that. Bear that in mind. The next thing that you're going to want to have is some butt cream. You can have, they sell them in jars or they have these tubes. This is the one that my son used to use, but I'm going to use that for this example. You're also going to want to have some baby lotion, or baby oil or something, just in case they give baby a bath and you want to moisturize. So I highly advise these smaller little travel size pouches. You can carry some baby wash as well. You may also want to give baby a little wipe down and stuff. So I just keep them in this cute little bag that we got in the airplane. I always take the bags from the airplane. I think this one was from Etihad or Emirates. I don't know, from when we went to India. I don't remember, but I have this cute little bag. So I just put them in there. That way they're easier for me to find. Right, the next thing that you're going to want to have is a hat, right? Depending on the season that you're going to have your baby in, you can have like a really thin hat, or you can have something that's slightly thicker. Here in the US, maybe private hospitals, I don't remember when I had Jerome, but they will give you this little hat. Like, they'll just put it on baby. They won't even ask. They'll just like... So this is the hat that we got from the hospital for Zaina. It's really cute, and that's the one that I used the whole time, so I didn't even use these. So yeah, just one. You don't need like a lot. You can put two if you want to be extra, but seriously, just one is enough. You're gonna want some onesies, okay? And things that I'm calling onesies are these cute little things, right? And then they got the little snips that snip there, and then the little legs hang out. So you want to have 2 to 3 onesies. This is another one. Alternatively, you can have just the vests, which are just like little t-shirts. And then you're good. Then you're going to want to have the long onesies, the ones with the legs. So 2 of those as well. Again, depending on the season that you're having your baby. This one is slightly thicker. It's like a more luxurious, not luxurious, it's like a fleecy type material, fabric. And then this one is slightly, it's like cotton, right? So 2 to 3 of those. Also, major tip with onesies, the ones with the zip, so much easier to work with than the ones with the press studs. These ones are annoying. Very annoying, just say. They're annoying. 2 to 3 of those. Then you're also going to want to have some socks. Oops. 2 to 3 pairs of socks. This is me being extra again. Really, with 2, you're good. And also, again, here in the US, they will give your baby socks. So these are the socks that we got for Zaina. They're really thick and they were nice, and I kept her in these for the longest time because I just loved them. She looked like my little hockey player because they would get all the way up to her knees. It was cute. Okay, so after the socks, you're going to want to pack some mittens. These ones you're going to want a little more of, so 2 to 3 again. And what they are is, baby puts her or his little hands in there, right? And when babies are young, some of them are born with really long nails. They're too soft and fragile to cut off right away, okay? They actually discourage you from cutting your baby's nails when they're really newborn. So you put mittens on their hands so that they don't scratch themselves, because weirdly, I don't know if babies feel pain like that, but they will scratch themselves and they'll gouge their eyes out and stuff like that. So if you put mittens on their hands, that solves that problem. If you don't have mittens, it's not a problem. They can always just put socks on their hands. It does the same job. Okay? So you'll have a pair of socks on their feet and a pair of socks on their hands. Right. The next thing that you're going to want to pack are some swaddlers. Now, what swaddlers are, here they call them swaddlers. You can also call them, dang it, the name just escaped my mind. What are they called? Wrappers, I think. Yeah, they're called wrappers. So this one is so sentimental to me. My mother-in-law made this for Jerome. It's actually a set of sheets. So there were two. There are two of them, but you see the size. Okay. This one is nice because if you're having your baby in the summer, it's really lightweight. It's just cotton fabric, and you can do that. Put your baby, wrap them in, and they're swaddled, but they're not like feeding hot, okay? So, or you can have a slightly thicker one. That's this one. Okay, again, it's that same fleecy material. Or I have another one. I have another one. This one is like, you know, the ones that the photographers use when they're doing those cute little baby photos. They're really stretchy. The babies that are all wrapped up and they just like, it's a head and a body. Yeah? Okay. That's what this one is. But you can have that. Whatever you choose, it doesn't matter. Just have you two swaddlers, two swaddling blankets, two wrappers, whatever you want to call them. And then you also want to carry a baby blanket. So something that's thicker. Babies tend to get colder. They have a larger surface area to volume ratio. They get cold really easily. So pack something that's thicker that you can also put on top of whatever swaddling they have. And if you have your mother or mother-in-law, you know, the grandmas, the gogos, if they're going to be coming, you know they like that baby wrapped up good, yeah? Okay. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you'll find out. Then the last thing that you're going to need for baby, well, this is actually a want, okay? Full disclaimer, it's a want. The last thing that you're going to want for baby is a going home outfit. So when they're born and they're in the hospital, they're mainly in their diapers and nothing else, to be honest. Maybe a diaper and a little vest, or a diaper and a little onesie. They're basically naked because they keep them in the little incubator thingy or just the basket, but then they have the temperature in the room raised really high, or they have the light shining on them that keeps them warm. So they're basically warm, they're fine. So when you're going home, you're gonna wanna put them in something that's a little more substantial, and you know, maybe you'll have people coming over or whatever, people are gonna see the baby. I personally just don't like people coming to see the very newborn. Like, at least those first 2 weeks, people just give the baby room to strengthen the immune system or whatever. And give me time to sleep, yeah. But you never know. Some people have people coming over, so you want them in something that's cuter. And also, you're going to be taking pictures and stuff right there. And also, this can be like a photo outfit. So for Zaina, this is what I have chosen. And then there's this black and pink little long foot onesie, so she would have had this inside and then this on top, and then this is a thicker onesie, not a newborn onesie at all. But I just to show you kind of how you can build up an outfit. This would go on top of this because then we would be going outside and there's wind and whatever else that is on there from the door to the hospital to the car. You know, you just want to make sure your baby is safe and protected. If it's really cold, you can put them in a little snowsuit. So in fact, this is the exact one that Zaina was wearing. It's super thick, super thick, and it's got little bunny ears or whatever, teddy ears. And then it's also got these mitten hands, so her hand would come through there, and then you just fold the mitten cover over like that, which I thought was really cute. So maybe you'll want something like that. You don't want to carry both of them, just have one. So one thick one if it's colder. If it's hot, just leave it at home. You don't need it, okay? That's just the truth. Save your bag some space. Then you might also want, I know I said the last thing, but you might also want some, in fact, I do advise packing these. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep picking things off these because these were in storage. I had to dig high and low for the box that has Zaina's newborn stuff. Because, yeah, she's grown now. But I found them, and they've got stuff on them. So, anyways, you're going to want some towels, okay? Just to wipe baby. Like I said, if you want to give them a wipe down, a mini bath or whatever. Not really a full bath, but just wipe them down. They might have a little bit of that mucus or womb gel still on them. So, okay. And that is it for baby. Now let's move on to the stuff that you're going to want for mom, right? The first thing is, and I'm just running down my list, yeah? So you're going to want a labor outfit. And what I defined as a labor outfit is the item that I would be wearing when I go into labor. That's my labor outfit. So I'm at home, I'm chilling, labor starts, aches, backache, whatever, however labor is going to present itself to you. You've timed your contractions. You're at that 511 contraction rate, whatever that they recommend. It's time to go to the hospital. Throw this baby on for me and head on out. So this is my labor outfit. I had this dress, these sandals. Okay. I had this dress and I had these sandals on. Now, I highly recommend wearing sandals. If it's the summer, fall, spring, wear sandals because for most women, this is not all women, but for most of us, our feet will be swollen. Auntie, you will not be fitting into any of your shoes. In fact, for Jerome, I used to just wear my mom's shoes. She was a size 7, a UK size 7, and I was a size 4 pre-pregnancy, and I couldn't fit any of my shoes. So I would be rocking her size 7 shoes and they would fit perfectly. So sandals are great because they open and your foot has the space to expand and all that, right? So that's what I recommend. It's just a basic, shapeless dress. You will love it because it's free. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna want that. You're gonna want a delivery outfit, maybe. Okay, and I'm saying maybe, and what I'm defining as a delivery outfit is like what you will be wearing when you deliver, when you actually push baby out, right? And there's all that messiness. So most probably you will still be wearing your labor outfit. Let's just be honest, okay? It's either you're wearing your labor outfit or you've changed into a hospital gown or you've changed into your delivery outfit. It's all up to you. What I recommend is something that's really open and free and lightweight. Okay, so I wouldn't advise you wearing pants because then how are they gonna get, because people will be going in and out of that is for the world. Okay, it's not yours anymore when you're in the hospital. It is for the world. So they need access. So I don't advise you getting pants for that reason. Personally, I prefer the hospital gowns, the ones that they give you, because it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy. So that's one less thing that I don't have to wash. No, I'm being serious though. That is why I recommend, and that's why I personally prefer wearing the hospital gowns. Okay. And also they open. They open, they're easy to take off. Like, I have found that I prefer to be unclothed, aka naked, when I give birth. When I am in labor, clothes get heavy. They get heavy on my skin. It's irritating, and I don't want any of that extra weight on me. I'm just like, take it off. Okay? So that leads me to my third item that you're gonna want. We call this a Zambia, but it's like a sarong. Not really like a sarong, it's a Zambia. That's what it is. But sarongs kind of look like this. You know, you wrap it around your waist, or different types of things. You're gonna want a Zambia. I'll insert photos so you can see what it looks like when it's worn and used. Different uses. So yeah, you're gonna want one of those, because then if you're naked, you can just throw that on top. Or however, if you want to have a little bit of coverage and get some dignity, if you want to go that route, I don't care. When I'm in labor, I don't care. See what you're gonna see. Just get the baby out. Is me. But your partner might feel a little more comfortable with you covered up. So just saying. After delivery pajamas. This is a complete want. So after delivery, you may want to take a shower. I personally prefer to do so. So after you take a shower, you just want to be comfortable. And so this is a time when you might want to wear your pajamas or whatever it is that you've brought with you. I, again, still prefer to be wearing the hospital gowns because it's still less laundry for me. Okay? That's just me. Also, it's open and it's free. And you'll also be bleeding a lot. So there still is the possibility of you missing yourself, and you're just going to save yourself with the hospital gowns. But just in case they're not offering you, carry your pajamas. So that's the next thing. Nothing fancy, something comfortable. And after delivery, you can wear your pants, like trouser pajamas if you want. People are not up in there as often unless you have a complication. Well, they will come and check on your bleeding just to see how much blood you're losing. But it's not anything that pants are gonna overcomplicate, because it's not that often that they will check if you don't have complications. Then you're also gonna want an outfit to go home in. So you've been discharged, you want something to wear when you're going home. So you're gonna want something that is very comfortable. Comfortable is a word that you're gonna hear a lot because it is so important. Your body is going through so much. My point is, you're gonna want something that's comfortable. And then you're also going to want something that's easy access for breastfeeding. So, for example, like the top that I'm wearing right now, it's easy for me to zip up and zip down, and I can access boobage. This top right here, it's got the button down shirt, so it's easy for me to open up, take a boob out, breastfeed, put it back. So, and then I would wear this with some leggings and then fit, and I would wear the exact same shoes that I wore when I got into the hospital, or something like what I'm wearing right now. So this is just plain black pants. I actually have a maternity version of these, but plain black pants and a shirt, and that's it. You probably don't need this. It's a little too fancy, but there you go. Depending on the weather, throw a coat on and you're good. Whatever you decide, okay, it's up to you. You can have like a little summer dress, whatever, as long as you have access to the feeders, okay, is what these are. These will no longer be for you and babes alone, the hubs, whoever, okay. These are community assets now. Yeah, community being baby, that's number one. So you want to make sure you have access to those. You want to make sure you're comfortable. Then you're gonna want maybe a morning gown. That's what this is. It's nothing fancy. I had this when I had Jerome. In fact, I bought this in OK. It's like a grocery store in Zimbabwe. It's like a Kroger or Maya. Not Maya. It's like a Walmart, but not quite as big. But yeah, that's why I bought it. And it was like $4 or something. I don't know. It was really cheap. I didn't want anything fancy. I just needed something to get me in the hospital and stuff. But you will want a morning gown, because if your labor is delaying, or if you went into the hospital too long, or if they keep you in the hospital for longer than you would want, or if you're feeling fit and up to it, not this girl, but if you're feeling fit and up to it, then you're going to want to be walking around. And you're probably not going to be wanting to walk around with your tush hanging out if you're wearing the hospital gown. So this is a good thing that you can throw over. That way you're walking comfortably, because if you're in a hospital where there are a few more people, then you don't want strangers seeing all your special bits. Get what I mean? Next, you're going to want some underwear. Okay. I thought it would be funny for me to put white underwear. Because who wears white when there's about to be a lot of blood all over the place? But yeah, you'll probably want underwear. I say probably because it's not for certain. I'll tell you why in a little bit. So I would pack just two underwears, make them granny panties. They don't need to be anything lacy or fancy or whatever, and that's what these are. So you just put them there in your bag. And then you're going to want a nursing bra. I specify a nursing bra. It's not a must. It's not like you won't be able to nurse without a nursing bra, but I highly recommend a nursing bra, because it makes life so easy. Okay, whoever invented it, thumbs up to you, yeah. And why I like it is because, let me put it on. I'll just put the one side on. But why I like it is because, okay, it gives you easy access to boobage. So you have it on, and then it's got these little clips over here that you just snap open, and it opens up like that. So you still have your strap. Some of them come with another strap that goes this way. So then all you're literally doing is exposing your feeder. You can take it out, give baby. Okay, so we're gonna have Mr. Penguin be my newborn. Okay, so you can take it out, feed baby, right? Baby's done. You burp him. However it is that you're gonna be burping your baby, right? So they're fed. And then you literally, okay, this side's being funny because it's not put on. Okay. So you're done, you fed baby, and then you just clip it back up and it snaps in. You're back to being in comfort. The fabric on this is this particular one is very stretchy, and it's very comfortable, and it doesn't have the underwires, but it still gives you shape, and I love that about it. So love these. Okay, baby, you wait here. We might need you in a little bit. So that's that one. Then you're gonna want some socks. I am one of those people who are always cold. Funny enough, with the two kids that I've had, I flipped over and I would feel really hot, but I would still recommend that you bring socks, because it's just great to have them keep your feet warm. So we got socks. The next thing that we're gonna have are slippers. What I mean by slippers is slippers. So thong slippers, your beach slippers, I don't know what you call them, but I'll put a picture, and this is what I mean. Those are great for showering, okay? I personally think being in the shower is nasty. That's what my son calls it, nasty. I think this is a little nasty, okay? So I always wear my slippers in public showers. So I recommend you bring yours and wear them. Then this is a total want. You could also bring morning slippers. Right, so these guys over here. Just so, again, if you're walking around and if you tend to feel cold like I do, then you're comfortable, you're warm, but your feet are protected. I know there are women who roam around in the hospital barefoot. Power to you. I'm not about that life personally. You know, with the germs and all. And I know they're not like, you're not eating your foot or whatever, but okay. Let's leave that alone. Come at me if you like. So you have that. My black girls, where you at? You're gonna want a headscarf. Don't forget it. Don't forget it, auntie. Because you're gonna be lying down a lot. So just a good old headscarf to protect your hair. Silk or satin, you know the drill. You can make it a bonnet, whatever you want, but just pack one. Don't forget it. And then you're gonna want some maxi pads slash maternity pads slash adult diapers. Okay, I will explain to you in a second why I have this big grin on my face. Let's talk about the maxi pads and the maternity pads first. So obviously, like we said, there's going to be a lot of bleeding, so maxi pads will be a friend. These are not maxi pads. These are actually small, but I don't have maxi pads right now because I don't need them. But if you're going to do the maternity pads slash maxi pads route, a trick that you could do is put two of them. So I'll show you. You could wear one in the front and then overlap it with the second one, so you're covered from literally here to the back. That way, well, you're not going to be lying on your tummy, but like when you're lying or moving around, the blood has more places to go. And I'm sorry, y'all, if this is a little gross. Giving birth is gross, so start getting used to it. There's just no other way that I could convey this message to you. Okay, this will help you with the shock. There will be a lot of blood. It's okay. It's natural. But the GOAT are adult diapers. Y'all, I watched a YouTube video when I went to have Zainab. Before I had her, I watched a lot, obviously. And one of the ladies, Nurse Sabe, she spoke about adult diapers. I'm pretty sure it was Nurse Sabe. If you don't follow her, please do. She is amazing. The content she gives is gold to us mothers. But she mentioned adult diapers. And I thought, okay, a little weird. In fact, I was kind of like, right? But then I got them anyways because she was just like, she's a nurse and she does this whole labor stuff and she's got quite a few kids herself. So if she's saying get adult diapers, I'm like, who am I to argue, right? So I got adult diapers. Depends. Auntie, listen. Game changer. I was so mad at myself that I had never ever thought of adult diapers before. I have a heavy period, right? It's been the story of my life, like heavy, like Nile, Niagara Falls, Kariba Dam type heavy flow, combined, not alone, right? That's the kind of flow that I would normally have with my regular periods, like change your K-cup 5 times a day type heavy. And you know they say you can have them K-cups 12 hours. Anyway, story for another day. I had a heavy flow, and if I had had them adult diapers, I could have saved myself so many accidents in the past. But we're talking about delivery. Them adult diapers, are disposable, right? So just the same way that you do with your pads, you're gonna wear it, you're gonna mess it, and you're gonna take it off and throw it away. There's no washing, there's no stressing about, oh, there's blood that's gone on here and stuff like that. Stress-free. 2, the comfort. Oh my gosh, adult diapers engineers, we need to sit down and have a chat. The comfort that you get, at least with the Depends. I don't know about the other brands, but the Depends, y'all, I was like, are these diapers? And they look pretty. Okay, they got some little flowering detail on there that was a little sexy. Not really, but they were really comfortable. So we've said they're disposable, they're comfortable, extremely functional. They do the job very, very well. Okay, they grip you on the inside, so you're not going to get spillage. They cover everything, right? No matter which way you're sitting, the blood can flow freely, auntie, and you're not going to have accidents. It's like, there's no better product. Y'all, if you're looking for a okay, never mind. I highly endorse adult diapers, and I highly recommend them. So you will want just a pack, okay? And keep another one for home. So the next thing that you're gonna want is nipple cream. This is a need, okay? I mean, I put it in category need. I don't have any, obviously, because I don't need any right now. But let's assume this is nipple cream. You're just going to have your container, and it is good because when baby is breastfeeding and all that, they can be aggressive, especially when they're still learning how to latch on. Y'all, breastfeeding is complicated. I have a video on that coming up, so stay tuned for it. It is not easy, y'all. Struggles. But you're going to want to have some nipple cream, and it just helps soothe the area. It will help avoid any cracks, but if you do get any, it makes it feel a whole lot better. Then you're also going to want some nursing pads or breast pads, as they also called. And those are great because in those first few weeks when your milk comes in, you're going to have a lot of overage, okay? All this is going to be wet all the time. So if you're one of those like how I used to be, where I did not like being wet, like if it was raining and we were in a car and the window was open accidentally and just one drop went on me, that would annoy the crap out of me. And then I had kids, and then I was always wet because the boobs are always leaking, and you get used to it, kinda. So you're gonna get a lot of like leakage. So the breast pads are essentially exactly that, pads. They have the gel inside, and when you're leaking, it sucks up the gel. An alternative to that, I will insert them. I didn't bring them. I didn't think to bring them for some reason until now when I'm saying, but they now make these like breast cups. So you put them on. It's got a little hole. It's got a silicone cover with a little hole, and you literally just fit it to your boob and wear it inside your bra. So again, that's where that maternity bra helps, because you just flap it over and then clip it in, and it stays in place. And as you're leaking, that milk goes in the cup, and then you could always pour it into a bottle and give it to baby, so you're not wasting. Or you could use it to wash baby, or however you want to use your breast milk. Now, your milk may not come in while you're at the hospital, right? So when you first have baby and you're breastfeeding, if they are sucking, what comes out is colostrum first, and that's like this really thick pasty stuff that is really, really good, full of nutrients, full of antibodies, full of all these immunoboosters that the baby needs. So that's what comes out day one. Or women differ, so I am hesitant to give timelines. Also, I'm just a mom who's had 2 kids, not even 1,000, so limited experience. But from the vast reading that I have done and the many videos that I've watched, it seems like generally that's the pattern. Okay, so just putting the disclaimer out there just so I don't get no lawsuits. But just saying. So there will be colostrum, and your milk will come in when it comes in. But when it does, be prepared with your breast pads, is all I'm saying. My dear germophobes, you're going to want you some hand sanitizer, okay? Now what I do with my hand sanitizer, I keep it in my handbag. I keep it in my handbag, and I keep my handbag right next to my bed, right by my head, by the table, where I can easily reach it, and I take it out, and I pump. It's not pumping. And I pump, and I sanitize. These are COVID times. You're going to want to sanitize. A. B. Your baby's immunity is very weak. It's still building. So you just want to protect them as best as you can. 3, hospitals are kind of filthy, y'all. They got all them sick people and germs and stuff. You included. You're a sick person. Giving birth is natural and it's technically not a disease, but I'm just saying. You're also going to want some lip balm. This is a need, very essential item, and it's also another item that you will be putting in your handbag, but not yet. I will show you what we do. So you're going to be doing a lot of breathing, a lot of panting, a lot of cursing. I didn't curse, just saying. But your lips are going to be working, and they will dry out. This will save. This one, totally not necessary, but you know, I'll just tell you. It's makeup, okay? So, I mean, being honest with you, me personally, I didn't want to put on any makeup. Okay, I still don't, but I didn't want to put on any makeup. It was extra work that I just didn't want to be doing. But at the same time, I wanted my pictures to look good. It was futile. But you might want to carry some makeup with you. Okay, if you do, then maybe you're gonna want, some foundation, a brush to put it with. I'm not a makeup expert, but liner, just basic for your eyebrows, mascara. Liquid liner is a must for me personally. Just a simple eyeshadow palette which can double as your blush, and then face powder if you want. Maybe you can have your face powder replace your foundation just to take away the shine, because you're not trying to do the most. And if you are trying to do the most, again, more power to you. I'm not about that life. But yeah, so you have your makeup, and with the makeup you might also want a pair of earrings. And this is especially good, like I said, if you want to be doing the photos and stuff like that, like the intentional photos, and you're not the candid ones, the intentional ones that you're actually going to be posing for. So that's just a nice way for you to cringe a little less when you look at them later on. So that's your makeup. Then you're going to want some toiletries. Okay, so for toiletries, what I have, toilet paper, air freshener, that's what I have for now. But it can literally be whatever you want it to be, the essential things that you will need. Okay, American hospitals, this is totally not necessary because they will have some. Private hospitals, Zim and other places, this is not necessary. They will have some. Public hospitals, I don't know how that works, but I would just carry a roll with me just in case. Okay, just in case, have a roll with you. It's better to be safe than sorry. Then I'm also recommending that you have your towels. So I have a smaller face cloth, and then a bigger drying towel or whatever to wrap yourself after you take a shower. Then you're also going to want, I would recommend unscented cosmetic. With toiletries, you're also gonna have your body wash, For body wash, I wouldn't recommend like hauling an entire bottle like this. Maybe just decant it into a smaller container. It's going to be easier. You won't be there forever. So, and it will make your bag lighter. In fact, with all your bigger products, just decant them into smaller containers. Makes life so much easier. But with the cosmetics, I recommend unscented products because if you are like me, your sense of smell is going to be mad heightened, and even the smells that you used to love will be overpowering for you. Also, babies' senses when they're born are all extremely heightened, so they say. I don't remember how it was like for me when I was born, but I'm just relying on the scientists, and they say the baby's senses are heightened, so I believe them. So that includes the sense of smell. So if you're going to be putting on strong scents, that might negatively affect your baby. Like it might just be irritating. They're not going to have anything major go on or wrong with them, but it will be annoying for them. So be considerate, get unscented things or mildly scented things. These things that I'm holding are none of that, but I just needed an example. My kids are grown. They're not affected by smells anymore. So yeah. So I just have some roll-on face cream, some Vaseline. This isn't Vaseline, it's something, but petroleum jelly, that's good to have. And then some hand lotions. Hand lotion, let's assume the other is something else. And then, you know, maybe you're going to want a baby powder or something else. I just brought all this stuff to represent cosmetics, okay? So you will want whatever it is that you use. So definitely shower gel, definitely some kind of body cream or lotion. I recommend some Vaseline if you use that. You're obviously going to want toothbrush, toothpaste. That goes with the toiletries. I don't know why I didn't count that in, but yeah, that goes with the toiletries, so you're going to want that. The next thing that I'm going to recommend is a huge water bottle. I threw mine away because I put it in the dishwasher and it kind of melted and deformed and I didn't like the way it looked, so I threw it away and we'll buy another one. But for example purposes, I have this. In fact, this would work just fine. The reason why I recommend a huge one is because it will save you back and forth trips, or it will save your partner back and forth trips from wherever it is that you guys get water. I was thirsty. So you can even have this one. This one is great. It keeps things cool for a little while. Or you can improvise and just use a 2-liter bottle of Sprite or Coke or Fanta or whatever pop that you have. And all you want is water, right? This does the job. Also, I found that with a bigger bottle, it encourages you to drink water. So for me, after I delivered, I was always parched. And I had a 1 gallon, I think it was. I will look for the measurements and I'll tell you the exact ones, and I'll look for the picture of the bottle. My nurses, were always surprised at my bottle, and they were always surprised at how much I was drinking because they kept refilling it for me. But it helped my milk come in and it helped me restore my blood that I was losing because I was losing so much. And it was helping me rehydrate. So if you have a bigger bottle, it's just great because it's there. You grab it, you drink, and then you don't have to be waiting for somebody to come and then go for a period without water when you're wanting it or whatever. So highly recommend. Then I also recommend bringing snacks. Right. Now the snacks, for me, they were more so for my husband because he would come and spend the day with me after I delivered. So he would drop my son off at daycare and then come spend the day with me. So the hospital provided meals and stuff, but sometimes he would come after their meal time was cut off and stuff like that. So this helped, keep him sustained in the meantime. So I have a big bag over here, but you know, you could go however you want with this. You know your people, you know what you like. So I prefer savory to sweet, so I would do a bag of chips, a full bag of chips. This one we've been eating, but again, I just wanted to, you know, have something to show. You could have a chocolate bar. You can have a chocolate bar. You can have some Oreos. You can have some crackers. Okay, you can have some fruits. If that's your thing, just pack some fruits, put them in a bag. You get the idea. Just have some fruits. Just have some snacks, something for you to and your partner to munch on when you have the cravings. You could pack them in little snack bags. You could have nuts. Pack them in little snack bags. That way they're easily accessible and stuff, which is also very helpful. Right. So then you're gonna want to have your camera or your phones. I'm recording on my camera right now, and the little madam has put my phone somewhere. But you're gonna want to remember. So this list, you're gonna have it, and in fact I have it linked in the description box if you want to download it for free. You want to remember to carry a charger, and then you also want to have some earphones. To be honest, I don't really use my earphones, but just in case you want to have them, it's good. And then you just put them in there, and you put your lip gloss, lip balm, or whatever, and then you put them in your handbag. That way it's easier to find. And then you can carry a folder with your birth plan if you want to do that. And what a birth plan is just a document that lets the hospital staff know what your preferences are. If you don't want to have any medications, if you don't want certain things, or, you know, permissions. They will, of course, for example, if you need to go for a C-section, they will give you official hospital documents that you will have to sign. But the birth plan is just something that helps them know what it is that you want and what it is that you prefer, so that they can guide you and help as best as they can to make that wish come true. It doesn't always happen, and in fact for me, I had a birth plan. We don't even take it out because things happen so fast. So if you want to have it, pack it. It will just make you feel better. You might need it, you might not. You might use it, you might not. But if you have it, if you're that type of person and it gives you security, go for it, pack it. You will also want to have some books to read. So I got Harry Potter, and this one, The Prisoner of Azkaban. I've got a whole lot of these. And then I've also got like a book on social media marketing. So it can help me with my business. So you're going to want to have some books. Then the other thing that I recommend is a birthing ball. Right. I recommend a birthing ball, aka exercise ball. I found this thing to be gold. It is fantastic. It helps ease the pain. No lying. You're still going to be in a shit ton of pain. Don't get me wrong. But it's less when you're sitting on the ball than when you're sitting on a chair or on a bed. So, and also you can be bouncing up and down. And with the ball, there's something about it where when you're sitting, it opens your hips up in a way that helps the baby engage even more. And it just helps, you know, with all that stuff. It's basically great. So if your hospital doesn't have one, I would recommend you pack it. And you can, I mean, here in the US, they had, in the hospital that I gave birth in, they had these things. I just didn't need it. Again, things happen so fast with Zaina, and I will share my birth story for Zaina and Jerome. But in Zimbabwe, I definitely took this with me to the hospital. I used it, and it was great. And what I did is I had it already inflated. I just inflated it at the where they do the car tires. I asked the boys to put the air in my ball. They didn't, it wasn't any problems. They did that real simple, and they filled it up to the pressure that I needed it to be, and it worked amazingly. So you could either do that, you could buy your own pump and pump it at home, but I highly recommend an exercise ball. Now these are all the wants. In the list that I'm going to share with you, I will highlight what the wants are and what the needs are, the very bare minimum items that if you're just gonna want to be packing that, what it is that you need. But you could kind of pick out from what I was saying in the video as well, what is essential and what is not so essential. And that's basically it. Additional things that you will want. If you are, again, giving birth in a public hospital in Zimbabwe, I highly recommend you bring some cotton wool. Believe it or not, I could not find cotton wool in any pharmacy or any store in the United States that I went to. I found cotton pads, I found cotton balls, I found cotton swabs, but not like just a roll of cotton wool. So let's pretend that's what this is cotton wool. So you want some cotton wool. You'll want to carry some methylated spirit. You definitely need that. Cotton wool, methylated spirit. You're going to want to, and the cotton wool and methylated spirit, that's regardless of private or general hospital, whatever, carry that. You're going to want to have a bottle of Dettol because you're going to want to disinfect everything. You're also going to want to carry a bucket, an extra bucket, not an extra bucket, just a bucket like this thing, right? You're going to want to have that so you can be able to take a shower, or not a shower, you can take a bath or whatever, and you don't have to use the hospital's nasty buckets. They may ask you to bring a surgical blade. This particular item freaked me out. I saw it on my sister-in-law's what to bring to the hospital list that they gave her. She gave birth in the general hospital, and I was freaked out, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, because to me, I saw the blade on there and it made me think that they will use it for like doing an episiotomy, and the idea of somebody slicing and dicing into my special flesh is just unfathomable. So I did not pack a surgical blade when I went to a hospital. It wasn't a general hospital, but thank goodness they didn't need it. But they may ask you to. So, and also wherever you're going to give birth, they typically provide the list of the things that you need regardless of where it is. So general hospitals, public hospitals, private hospitals, whatever, they will give you a list of things that they need. And if not, you have this video to fall back on, and feel free to ask them. Ask them what they would like for you to bring in. Ask them what they allow, what they don't allow, because some may not allow you to bring in food, for example. So just make sure that whatever it is that you're packing aligns with the hospital requirements. And as far as when to pack your bag, I would recommend starting to think about packing your bags at like the 6-month mark, and then definitely having your bag packed by the 7-month mark, pregnancy mark, because the truth is anything can happen with pregnancy, just anything. So you want to have your bag packed by the door, ready to go. And if anything happens, you know that you're just leaving and you're taking the bag and you go. Even if you have to go to the hospital, it's easier for you to direct somebody to where it's at if it's right by the door. Right by the door is where I recommend it to be. And if you have one car for everyone in the family, then I recommend just keeping your bag in the car. Now, things like your phone, your charger, and camera, those kind of things, you may not necessarily want to have them in your bag because you're using them every day, right? So it's good to have them on the list, because that way you go through the list, you check, and then it will remind you, oh, did I take my charger? Did I take my phone? And so forth. And then you can grab them real quick, and you don't have to be at the hospital being miserable because your phone's battery is dead and you have an Android when everybody else has an iPhone. So that's why I have it on there. Also, another thing that you might want to consider bringing is an extension cord, and that's so in case the power outlets are a little further from your bed, then you could always do the extension cord and then have it closer to your bed, and you also have multiple ports to connect your stuff to. Again, some hospitals don't allow that, some will let you do it. I don't think it's a problem, but in case they do allow it, you lose nothing, you know what I mean? So that's everything that I could think of. Again, I have the spreadsheet linked in the description box below, completely free.
Gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, you'll never look back once you felt that. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. About others way before myself, yeah. I guess that's why I feel like I go through hell, damn. Wasting time on your dreams instead of mine, yeah. About to turn this franchise around on a dime, man. It's all about finding your right state of mind. It's all about turning the worst into fine. It's all about time and the work and the climb. From the thirst we will rise, I'm immersed in this life. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. when I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes. I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all to win it. I do what's right, push until I fall. I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me.
Well guys, thank you so much for staying with me till the end. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you can be watching more of this series if this is something that you're interested in. I also have other videos coming up where I will be talking about, you know, how I came to the US and my experiences here, and sharing a little bit of life for me here in the US as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, you definitely want to click the notification bell so that you're notified when those videos upload. Life as a mom, I really wanted to get this video out and I was not going to be re-recording anything, so I didn't really want my babies in the recording, and I may choose to kind of cover them, but if I don't, there you go. And if I do, then you know why. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. And if there's something that you feel should have made it on this list that I left out, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below so that another mom-to-be can benefit from that. We want to make sure that everybody is getting the most of their hospital stay, their hospital visit, as they possibly can. Also, it's been a minute since I've had a baby and things may have changed, so you may have the latest info, and if that helps another mom, we're all for that. But with that, thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed day, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is that you're watching, and until the next one, bye.